Good. Good girl. A couple things contributing to this dog's excessive reactivity. She's not getting enough mental and physical exercise. However, because of that extreme behavior, the owners aren't able to safely control her on a leash. That high level of reactivity only gets worse because she's not getting the exercise. Next, she's wearing a Herm Sprenger Prong Collar, but it's the wrong size and it's the wrong fitting. Let me show you what it should look like. This is a 3 millimeter. If you go by the sizing chart, this is actually the right size for the dog we're working in the video. However, when I'm working a Shepherd, Husky, Malinois, Doberman, the dogs with the longer, leaner necks, I'm always gonna go with the smaller gauge. That smaller gauge is gonna give me a way better fitting. And when I have a better fitting, my response time is gonna be incredibly precise. No. Right here. Good girl. No, just watch with my fingers. Right here. Hey, good girl. Just the tiniest amount of pressure and she responds just because it was in the wrong place. Good girl. You can see in that last clip, I'm using 2 fingers and just barely tapping on that leash to get that dog's attention. Like most dogs, she doesn't really need much pressure. She needs the engagement. If you're slapping this collar on your dog, walking down the street and waiting for them to react to a dog, a bike, a car, something, and then hammering out a correction, not only are you frustrating your dog because you're adding to that chaos that's happening, but if that dog turns and redirects on you out of frustration, you deserve to get bit. So as soon as I get eye contact out of her, I'm gonna praise her so that she focuses on me. Little bump. Good. No. No. There we go. When there's tension in the leash, because she's already like all over the place, it just winds her up even more. Versus when there's slack and you give her the opportunity to make the right decision, because she can. She's really smart. She just doesn't know what that right one is. So you just give her that little bump that says, hey, I'm more important than that dog, than that person, than anything else. And when you let her know that, you just bump and then say, good job. Hey, good job. Good job. Good girl. There we go. And then after doing these goofy turns for so long, the dog will start to turn with you. Good girl, which is all you want. When she starts following you, now you got a dog that's more focused on you than anything else. When I walk by her, by this dog, if she looks over, all I do is give her a little bump. I say no and give a little pressure on that leash. No. Good girl. And then I immediately praise for the behavior I want. This collar wasn't designed to train your dog. It was designed to help you communicate with your dog so you can build a better relationship. Stop overcorrecting your dog and put in the work. But she wants to work, she just doesn't know what to do. Yeah. Good girl. Good job, little lady. Right here. No. Good girl. But I'm making it really super easy on her, so she focuses on something else or gets distracted. It's no bump. My no is much different than when I tell her, good girl, so that she can completely define what it is I want versus what I don't want. No, good girl. And then this is my direction. This is my steering wheel. This leash, I'm telling her exactly where she needs to be, so there's absolutely no confusion. But when you go home, you want to practice in the small, sit, good job, in small areas where there's not a lot of distractions. Because if you start doing this right off the bat and you try walking through and there's these kinds of dogs, she's gonna go bananas. You're gonna lose control of the leash and be like, this is fucking dumb. Definitely not doing it. But if you'll practice it without that stuff, No. Good girl. Without all of that stuff, you can get better at this. So when that shit does hit, you don't have like, not a panic, but an oh shit moment of, I can't control my dog. And especially because that's a pretty intimidating bark. And she's not gonna do anything. I mean, if she was gonna do anything, she would have done it by now. It's just all talk and it's all excitement. That's not aggression. That's just a wound up little dog that, I want to do something, let me do it. Yeah. So you give her stuff to do and then shut her down when she does the nonsense. it evens itself out, right? It's like, I'm gonna give you all the work and all the walks and all the good stuff, but in return, you can't do that shit. But I can't just shut you down and tell you not to do that stuff if I'm not giving her needs, and she's just this wound tight little ball of energy. Now I'm asking her to deal with all these things, all these life, the world turning, but she doesn't have any outlet. It's just like, giving somebody 3 pots of coffee and telling them to sit still and watch paint dry. Yeah. Like, if you can't, you're gonna go mad. This is a very good girl. Good. Good girl. If you're in Arizona, I offer one-on-one appointments. If you're out of state, I offer Zoom appointments, and the link to that is in the description below. If this video was helpful for you, please like it, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell. These next 2 videos are a couple of my favorites. If you haven't seen them, check them out. Lastly, you guys, remember, if you want a better dog, stop being lazy, put in the work. I'll see you guys in the next video.